why you wanted to guard Williams?
I just took it as a challenge, and I always, like, I have it tattooed on me that it says, "Tell me I can't, I don't hear you." So when, like I said, I know he's a really great player, and he's gonna play basketball for a long time for a lot of money. So I just tried to do my best to make it difficult for him, and I knew that if we did a good job on him, we'd have a really good chance of winning the game. So I respect Derek. He's a really good player, but I mean, I'm just glad that we got the win today.
Another question for Trap. Can I call you that since there's two Tylers?
Yeah, that's fine.
Did you have time to even think about, oh my gosh, I better make this, right? Because there was a lot riding on that shot in a lot of ways.
No, I really didn't think about it at all. When I just got the ball, it was instinct just to put it back up. From playing in high school, I was playing the 4 in high school, so then I moved to the 3, then moved to the 2. So, well, you know, I was pretty tall when I was a freshman, and then I just kind of stopped growing. So, but just with the rebounds, you know, just to put it back up, and I mean, I knew I was close to the basket, so I just put it back up as fast as I could before anyone could react.
Did it sink into you at that moment that that was going to be the last basket ever made at Poly?
No, because I knew they were coming down the court, so I didn't know if they were going to score.
Reeves, did you tell Coach Allen in this game that you wanted? Because Josh started out on Derek. Did you tell him you wanted?
I told him before the game, like right after the Arizona State game, I came up to him and I said, "I want to guard Derek." And he said, "Well, we're going to start Stove on him to keep you out of foul trouble, and then if Josh is in, you're going to guard Derek." But when Jamel Horn came in the game, I had to guard Jamel because he was a three-point shooter, and it was a better matchup for Josh. But Derek got a couple layups just driving and drawing fouls because, like, that's what he's, like, really great at. And then after he scored a couple, I just went right up to Coach and said, like, I'm going to guard him the rest of the game, like, no matter what. So that's what happened.
You often tell the coach what to do?
No, but it was a strong request.
Josh, up here. You're going back home. I know you want to enjoy this victory today, but you're going back home. How do you feel about going back home and playing in front of your home fans there?
I mean, I feel good. I mean, I already know it's. I mean, I've been to many UW games. I already know how that environment is. I already know how it's going to be. But like I said, you know, I got these guys. I got my teammates. Got my coaches. And, you know, we got our family and friends there. That's all we need.
Can you guys talk about, you're tied for first place now with Arizona, what that means, and did today show that, you know, this team can really hang with anybody going forward into March?
I mean, it's really good that we're tied. I mean, like I said, our goals never changed from the beginning. Our goal is to win the Pac-10 outright, and, you know, to win the Pac-10 tournament and go to the NCAA tournament. And, you know, this was just one of those games that, you know, we needed, you know, to kind of bump our resume, you know, for the NCAA tournament, you know, with a good home win against a top 10 team, you know, last time I checked. And, you know, basically, you know, we got 1 week left, you know, we got 2 games to do something, so we just got to prepare, you know, enjoy this, and then come back Tuesday ready to prepare for Washington.
You guys expect to be ranked Monday, and if so, what would that mean?
I mean, we don't care if we're ranked. We don't really, you know, we don't really focus on that. You know, a lot of times, I remember when we had like a 5-6 game win streak, people were talking about maybe we get ranked, but like I said, we just go out there and we play.
Tyler, you're not surprised by just the ruthlessness with which you won this game? I mean, it's one thing to beat Arizona by a couple points, but to really put it on them like that, and pretty much for, you know, like you guys are saying, a 40-minute effort. Talk about that.
Yeah, you know, we've had trouble all year, you know, putting 2 halves together. You know, we played a great first half, and, you know, we also, you know, put it together and had a great second half. So, you know, I think we made a statement. You know, sending out the right way, and it just, you know, also boosts our confidence, you know, not winning by 5 points, but, you know, winning by 21 or 19? 21? 22. Oh, my bad.
Major.
Why do we get the score, fool? And, so, you know, we just did it with a statement. It just, you know, lets us know how good we can be, and, you know, they're number 10 team in the country, so, you know, it does something for our confidence.
To the guys besides Tyler Trapani. When Tyler scored, you know, the crowd went crazy. You guys went crazy on the bench. Were you guys just going crazy because you wanted Tyler to score, or had you actually realized that, hey, we want Tyler to score in this last game at Poly for Coach, or what was going through your mind? When did it really set in that that was
No, we didn't. I don't think. Me personally, I didn't notice it till we got to the locker room. But you know, if any of them would have scored, you know, we would have went crazy. And you know, it happened to be Trap. So you know, we always want them to shoot, whether it's 5 seconds out. Coach is saying dribble it out. We want them to shoot because we want them to score. So you know, it happened how it happened.
Tyler, when's the last time your last conversations with Coach, and also how often did Coach come see you play in high school or even in lower level?
I mean, I guess the last time I really actually had a conversation with him would be before he was in the hospital. I mean, that was a tough time in June and in May. When I was studying for finals, I would be at the hospital every day trying to, you know, be there with him and try and be there as much as I could. And even though he couldn't talk to me, even though he didn't know I would be there, I would basically say to him, you know, I love you, Papa, and, you know, I'd just be there with him for about an hour. At least an hour a day is what I tried for, even with everything that I had going. But when I was younger, he did go to my high school games. He would usually go to about, I would say, 1 high school game a year. And even younger, it was probably about two maybe a year. But it wasn't really about that. He would just wanted to be there with me to see me grow as an individual, not as a basketball player.
Yeah,